Justin Trudeau has admitted, I'm sorry I have to take away from this debate now, but this is breaking news. Justin Trudeau has admitted that he has not provided India with real proof on Nijjar's killing. He has said that Canada only provided intelligence inputs, did not give any hard proof before publicly accusing India of killing Nijjar. This is a very big admission. Here is what he said. Let's play that clip.
Work behind the scenes to try and get India to cooperate with us. Their asks of us was, well, how much do you know? Give us the evidence you have on this. And our response was, well, it's within your security agencies. You should be looking into how much they know. You should be engaging. It's, oh, no, tell us what you know. Show us the evidence. And at that point, it was primarily intelligence, not hard evidentiary proof. So we said, well, let's work together and look into your security services, and maybe we can get that done. Work behind the scenes to try and get India to cooperate with us. Their asks of us was, well, how much do you know? Give us the evidence you have on this. And our response was, well, it's within your security agencies. You should be looking into how much they know. You should be engaging. It's, oh, no, tell us what you know. Show us the evidence. And at that point, it was primarily intelligence, not hard evidentiary proof. So we said, well, let's work together and look into your security services, and maybe we can get that done. No.
So that essentially, Abhishek, he's saying that when Canada made the allegation against India, it had no evidence. It had no evidentiary proof. It had some vague intel inputs, and it came to India and you said, you give us the evidence. We don't have the evidence, and let's work together. We didn't have the evidence, then why did he make the claim?
Absolutely, Arnab. And in fact, I was going through the transcript that Trudeau's office has presented to the Inquiry Commission, Foreign Interference Commission. And the transcript clearly says that he shared with Prime Minister of India on the sidelines of the G20 summit last year that they knew that India was doing something and that India should desist from doing this. There is no mention whatsoever, even in that transcript, which is supposedly a legal document, that he had some credible inputs of intelligence and investigation which he shared with the Prime Minister. He only said that we know something about India's involvement, and it stops there. So it's clear, Arnab, that too many skeletons coming out of the Trudeau cupboard now. Remember, his Chief of his staff has made a deposition before the same Inquiry Commission. His Public Safety Minister has made a deposition before the same Inquiry Commission. The Public Safety Minister was asked by the Commission of Inquiry that you have expelled Indian diplomats. Why have you not done that with the Chinese? Because the Chinese, there is more information about Chinese interference in the 2021 elections in which Trudeau's party win.
What does he say later? Does he follow this up by saying... No, does he follow this up by saying that he got hard evidence later? Or does he say we didn't have the hard evidence when we made the claim? But does he talk about possessing any hard evidence now?
No, he does not talk about that, or no, absolutely no mention whatsoever of what kind of evidence was given. And that connects with what India has been maintaining, that there is not an iota of evidence, I repeat, not an iota of evidence that the Canadians have shared at any stage, except for some intel which says, okay, fine, A person met B person. That's not admissible in any court of law, not just in Canada, anywhere around the world. That kind of information, that just because A person...
But then how did he make such a big claim? How did he make such a big claim? Say that Indian diplomats are, kind of persons of interest, and sort of put himself in this very, very compromised situation without having the hard evidence. I mean, he's looking really stupid.
I mean, so preposterous.
Right now, when he says, I was telling the Indian agencies to give me the evidence. Why should we, not that we've done anything, self-implicate ourselves when he does not have any evidence?
Absolutely, and look at the preposterous nature of the kind of vindictive actions being taken. So, for example, India's Deputy High Commissioner, who has been, according to the Canadians, expelled, but India recalled him, he had joined his Canadian post only in the month of September last year. Remember, the murder of Hardeep Singh Nijjar happened in the month of June. So the person who was not even there at the time has come in 4 months after the alleged crime. He is being implicated as a person of interest, and that really shows the kind of bonkers attitude that the Canadian establishment has over this issue, guided by Trudeau's personal vindictiveness.
Well, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, just repeating that, I'm going to play the clip out there. The day's biggest story out here. You've been following the India versus Canada, or rather, I would say Canada versus India story. And the fact is that it all started with the Canadians, that's Justin Trudeau saying that the Indian diplomats are persons of interest, indicating they're going to be interrogated, hauled over the coals. At which stage we were forced to respond in kind. We expelled their diplomats. We withdrew ours. And we've brought things to our pass. We've given it back to the Canadians. Now, at some point of time, Justin Trudeau's coming under incredible pressure back home with his own, political contemporaries saying, what are you doing? Do you have anything concrete against India? Then he appeared before this committee, which is basically a committee on foreign interference or something to that effect. It's clearly a government parliament committee. And before this committee, you can't make up facts. In response to a specific question, he says, basically that he had some kind of hunch, that he had some intel inputs, but he did not have hard evidentiary, what was the right phrase?
In fact,
hard evidentiary material. In other words, a long way of saying that he did not have any evidence. So he makes an admission that when he went ahead and made the charge against India without having any hard evidence. Now, he's going to be taken to the cleaners in Canada on this and globally after this statement of his. Let's play it out once again. Abhishek, coming back to you. Yeah.
Behind the scenes to try and get India to cooperate with us. Their asks of us was, well, how much do you know? Give us the evidence you have on this. And our response was, well, it's within your security agencies. You should be looking into how much they know. You should be engaging. It's, oh, no, tell us what you know. Show us the evidence. And at that point, it was primarily intelligence, not hard evidentiary proof. So we said, well, let's work together and look into your security services, and maybe we can work behind the scenes to try and get India to cooperate with us. Their asks of us was, well, how much do you know? Give us the evidence you have on this. And our response was, well, it's within your security agencies. You should be looking into how much they know. You should be engaging. It's, oh, no, tell us what you know. Show us the evidence. And at that point, it was primarily intelligence, not hard evidentiary proof. So we said, well, let's work together and look into your security services, and maybe we can get that work behind the scenes to try and get India to cooperate with us. Their asks of us was, well, how much do you know? Give us the evidence you have on this. And our response was, well, it's within your security agencies. You should be looking into how much.
And when I made the allegations, at that point of time, I did not have any evidence. I had primarily some intelligence inputs. I had no hard evidentiary proof. Why is he saying this? He knows he's going to be guillotined politically for this, Abhishek.
Absolutely, Arnab. He has shot himself in the foot, and it's clear that guilt is writ large on his face when he's making that statement. And obviously, because he knows that the real issue, insofar as this particular inquiry committee is concerned, is Chinese interference, and that Chinese interference had benefited Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party, and he wants to
Ambassador Ashok Sanjar is live with us. Sir, you heard this. Exact words are when we made the allegations, when we went public, we had only primarily intelligence. We had not got any hard evidentiary proof. This is an on-record statement. What are the implications of this?
Basically what Justin Trudeau would have thought at that time, that if a developed country, if a member of Five Eyes grouping makes an allegation, the whole world will take it as gospel truth and will accept it. But not India of today. India wants evidence, and that is exactly what we said. He raised this question also when he was in Delhi last year for the G20. And even at that time, on the 10th of September, Prime Minister Modi rubbished that. But still, meaning his dependence upon his vote bank by the NDP, the New Democratic Party, is so intense. He wanted to curry favor, as they say, when they ask you to bend, you kneel down and you sort of, put your head down on the floor. That is what Trudeau was doing. He said, we are going to make this allegation, we are going to make this statement in the parliament, and India will have no way but to accept what we are saying. But India will not accept that. India will ask for hard facts, hard evidence, proof, and they have nothing at all to share with us. The only this thing is some tidbits of, maybe conversation of the NIA or something. And that is not, corroborative in any sense. So he has really mud on his face completely, and he is making the whole issue go from bad to worse, because now what he has done, what the RCMP agency, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, what they have done 2 days ago is, they say not only was India involved in Hardeep Singh Nijjar killing, but that they are here in a sustained program of identifying, snooping on South Asians and killing them. And on top of it, it is not some other agencies. It is the Indian High Commissioner and the senior officers of the Indian High Commission who are directly responsible. How a person can sort of, really go completely off his mind, that is, for us to see Justin Trudeau without any factual evidence. And the RCMP spokespersons also, they had no evidence to share with the people. Unlike what, let's say, the Americans, we might not agree with the Americans also what they are doing. But at least, number one, they have not gone to town like this, like Justin Trudeau standing up in the parliament and making, grandstanding gesture of saying that we have credible allegations. They have not gone to town like this. They have submitted some evidence behind not in full media glare. And they continue to discuss that. And whatever there is a conversation that's going on.
Now I understand why he is using this kind of language, Ashok Sajjanar. I also have General Siwach with me. He has never actually said that he has credible evidence. But today he has gone on record and said we only had intel inputs. We did not have hard evidentiary proof, right, or hard evidence. Now, recently also in a press conference which he had with Zelensky, he spoke about credible allegations. He never said that he's sitting on hard evidence. His supporters would have thought he'll be able to finally come up with hard evidence. But today he has said before his own country's committee that I do not have hard evidence. I have only got some allegations and some intelligence inputs at the most, and I want to work with India to get the evidence. Why should we give him the evidence when he's making the allegations?
Yeah,
General?
absolutely. No, I think you're very right, Arnab, because, what he's trying to do is, meaning whatever you played out, that clip you played out just now, what it really amounted was telling India, you see, I don't have any evidence against your people, but let's get together and let's try to sort of, investigate and examine whether your people are up to something or not. Meaning, why should I expose my sort of, people at whatever level, in whatever discipline that they might be working? And here, as I was mentioning, he has the audacity to come and say that, your High Commissioner is a person of interest as far as this is concerned. And then they have
without having the evidence. This is where he's really made, he's caught himself, caught and bowled himself out. He's saying, I made the allegations, I sacked your envoys, I targeted you, I made allegations, I defamed you, but I don't have evidence. But now, because I have attacked you, you must give me evidence against yourself. Silly position that he's in. General, what do you think? What's going to happen after this statement?
See, Arnab, you see, the relationship between India and Canada are going downhill. And the reason for this is no one else but Justin Trudeau. The type of accusation and allegation which he's putting without any substantial evidence, it's laughable. You see, the point which is there is, every time he say, I've got a credible allegation. Has he any time given a concrete evidence? He has not given. And as far as he's concerned, it is his domestic politics which is playing. He is the New Democratic Party of Jagmit Singh. He was taking a sport from there. He want to now take advantage that there is a
how much time
vote there, and that's how he's playing to the gallery. And the point is, the damage he has done to damage Arnab he has done to the Indian-Canadian relation. That is something is a point to ponder. You know, a free trade agreement was about to be signed. As of today, it is totally in cold storage. And today, you know, India may need Canada, but Canada need India more than India needing Canada, because these are free. We have a large market.
Yeah.
We have also not only that we can. There is a lot of investment can be done.
Yeah, you know, I think
But
all his allies will also dump him right now. America should also be very careful. There's a dangerous man. Matthew Miller of the US State Department said we are going to cooperate with Canada, but they should watch out the language that he's using. He's saying, I have no evidence. New Zealand, UK, Australia, all these countries will now begin to distance himself from this fragile and unpredictable character called Justin Trudeau. Ladies and gentlemen, the only channel with the right spin on this, Republic Network, playing that clip for you, where Justin Trudeau says that when he made the allegations, he had no evidentiary proof. So he made the allegations and then expected to do some reverse engineering. That's the big story as of this minute, ladies and gentlemen, breaking on Republic. For the political stories, at the hot debates this evening,